What's up, y'all? Snipes-n-Snarfblatts, your unauthorized place for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm. As usual, I'm your host, Jason, and before we get started doing anything, I'd like to wish a happy Kingdom Hearts 3 release week to everybody who's been waiting multiple years to wield their Keyblades with Sora, Donald, Goofy, Mickey, and all the rest of the pals. And Lord knows we've been waiting long enough to play this game. I hope everybody that gets a chance is enjoying it. I got to check it out at Disney Springs in the special little preview release thing. We got to play a couple levels, and I'll tell you what, it is awesome. It is everything a next-gen game should be. It looks beautiful. There's so many new features added to this thing. It's not even funny. It is everything we've been waiting for. So if you can get down to the store and grab it, and you've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3, happy playing. I will see you in a month when you get your life back. But it was great. I got to admit, it's right up there where it should be, and Lord knows it should be because we've been waiting years for that thing to come. Now, on another note, we got kind of a short show today. It's not really short. There's just some small things to go over. Some of this, in fact, most of this didn't even hit the website because it was nothing I wanted to really write about. And at the same time, I knew we were going to cover it today. So we're going to go over a lot of this stuff. It's all going to be brand new. And before I get there, however, I'm going to backtrack to last week where we talked about the Academy Awards. I myself have been playing some Best Picture catch-up, trying to check out all the nominees. And I just have to mention, I know it's not Disney related, but do yourself a favor on this one. If you have not seen The Green Book and you have not seen A Star is Born, get out, go see these movies. They are amazing. They are totally worthy of being on that Best Picture list right next to BlacKkKlansman. And I've got to tell you, I highly enjoyed myself in both of these movies, and I think y'all will too. Go check them out. Want to get that list narrowed down, really see the meat on the bones of what's up for Best Picture, because you will not be doing yourself wrong. Highly, highly recommended. Great movies. But like I said, that's not Disney related, and that's not what we're here for. So we're going to roll right into The Mouse and the Desk Lamp. And what is The Mouse and the Desk Lamp, pray tell? Well, Mouse and the Desk Lamp is everything that happens in the world of entertainment when it comes to Pixar and Disney-related material. And the first thing on that list is one that's been highly anticipated by a lot of people. We got some new information this week on Toy Story 4. Nothing really big, just a small synopsis of the things that are going down and what to expect, along with a good old character reveal. The first thing of the synopsis we've already talked about. It has to do with this guy, Forky. This guy is going to be one of my favorite characters through this movie, and I think I can say that without even seeing the movie, because this guy's great. He is a fork or a spork who is dealing with a crisis in life because he has been turned into a toy, and he cannot live with the fact that he is turned into a toy, and now he's going back and forth on whether he's supposed to be thrown away in the trash after being used as a eating utensil, or if he's going to be a toy now that he's made up like a toy. So he's in crisis mode right now, and Woody's helping him deal with that. And that was honestly the first part of the synopsis. The second part of the synopsis deals with this reveal right here of a character we haven't seen in a while, Bo Peep. And you notice Bo Peep looks a little different. She's definitely not little Miss Bo Peep anymore. It's been a while since her and Woody have seen each other, and he's been doing his thing with Andy. He got passed on to the next kid. He's been living his own kind of life, and she's been living her own life too, if you haven't noticed. Gone is the lavish skirt and sheep-looking, I tend my sheep, where's my sheep, I've lost them and I can't find them look. It has been replaced with a jumpsuit, and the ability to use this hook is some kind of looks like a martial arts weapon almost. She's like some kind of soldier now, you know what I'm saying? She takes no crap from no one anymore, it looks like. She's really evolved, and I honestly think this is going to be really funny. I think this Toy Story 4 is going to take a page out of the Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet book, and I think they're going to hit us with a lot of hilarious this time around, because that's really how it looks. You got Key and Peele's characters who they just seem just downright hilarious. But then you get into this new look at Bo Peep, who, now this part's a rumor that I have heard. I'm not even sure where I heard it from, but apparently this new action figure type motif from Bo Peep that she's getting off from whoever has been playing with her comes with the Keanu Reeves character, who we don't know much about, but we're starting to hear that he's maybe some kind of action figure character, you know what I'm saying? So I have a feeling it is true, and she's been hanging out with him. But like I said, that's a rumor more than anything, but she's probably been hanging out with Keanu Reeves' character, and that's where they're going to pop back into the life of Woody halfway through. And now he's got Forky to deal with. He's got his relationship with Bo Peep to deal with. He's just introduced to Carnival Toys, which to a toy, seeing a toy hang on the wall all the time until it's won is probably terrifying, because I know I wouldn't want to be hanging on the wall till someone wins me. But you know what? This has kind of ramped up my excitement. This little thing right here, such as Bo Peep, it's ramped up my excitement a little more for Toy Story 4. The more I hear about this movie, the more it kind of warrants the fact that it's happening in the first place. Because Toy Story 3 is a perfect trilogy, and you don't have to take it from me. Take it from Rotten Tomatoes, take it from IMDb. This thing has a score out of this world for all three of them. And I mean, they every time I count Toy Story out, they put out a movie that's just as good as the last one, if not better. They always build on it, and they do it with so much class and so much style that it just adds that much richness to the storyline. And when I heard they were doing a 4, I was a little worried. But the more I hear out of this 4, it sounds great. So I'm not gonna count them out at all. This thing sounds like it is going to be amazing. Now, the next piece of news comes from the Disney camp, and it comes from Anne Hathaway's mouth herself. And if you don't remember where Anne Hathaway really got herself put on the map, it was with a little movie called Princess Diaries. And in an interview, honestly, this is where I fell in love with Anne Hathaway, was Princess Diaries. And I've been on the Anne Hathaway wagon ever since this movie. But she has went on an interview, and she said that Princess Diaries 3 is going to happen. But she said it in weird actor talk. So, I mean, I want to dial it back a little bit from what everyone's saying and go into the fact of this is what I got out of the real quote. She wants to do it. The producer wants to do it. And Julie Andrews wants to do it. But they only want to do it if they can come to on a script. The script is done. The script's being made. But they want to make sure that that script is great enough to warrant doing a part 3. So unless that script's great, they're not going to do a part 3. That's basically what I was getting out of what she said, is they're waiting on the script to be great. Now, this only worries me because I've heard this out of so many actors and actresses when it comes to their sequels. If I had a nickel for every time I heard an actor say, oh yeah, I'm going to do a sequel, as long as the script's great, and then we never see the sequel, I would be a very, very rich man, or I would at least have a good amount of nickels in my pocket. But I'm not going to count it out. Everybody's pretty excited about this. She seems pretty sure. But once again, I've heard this a lot out of actors, and everyone wants to push for their own sequel, because if all else helps, you'll build a hype enough to make it happen. And guess what? If it happens, they all get paid. Everybody loves to get paid. I love to get paid. You love to get paid. Guess what? Actors love to get paid too. So whether this happens or not, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of putting it off in a rumor category right now, because I have not heard anything specifically from a studio saying this is going to happen. All I've got is Anne Hathaway saying if we can agree on a great script, this is going to happen. So that was all for the Mouse and Death Slamp today. But that's not all we've got, because the next thing that comes right out is what? 9 Realms. And once again, what is 9 Realms, pray tell? Well, 9 Realms is where we delve into the 9 realms of the Marvel Universe and everything going on in Marvel Studios Entertainment. And the first thing on that list, and the biggest thing in my book, is we got some news on Doctor Strange Part 2. Now, once again, this is kind of like hearing it from the actress, because this comes from the writer, who the writer and the director, as of right now, are attached to be in as the sequel's writer and director, which is great to me. I loved Doctor Strange 2, or Doctor Strange, the first one. Doctor Strange has been one of the most rewatchable Marvel movies for me. I want to say I've watched it more than probably any Marvel movie that's come out, and every single time I watch it, I enjoy this film. So to hear that the same writer, same director is coming back most likely is double thumbs up in my book. Now, the writer said he's awaiting his script to get okayed. So Marvel Studios is going over his script right now, waiting to okay it. And he gave a couple of little hints as to what they're going for. So this gets a little spoilery if you care, but you're going to eventually see the villain and everything in the first place. So it's not as spoilery as you will think it is. But anyway, he's pushing for Nightmare to be the villain. And I could name a list of Doctor Strange villains, and you'll still say, who? Because no one really knows Doctor Strange villains. But if you read comic books, you know not Doctor Strange villains. They're trying to attach Nightmare to this one. But Nightmare is just still going to run parallel with what they already started in the first movie with Baron Mordo. And this really, really gets me, because Chiwetel Ejiofor, him as Baron Mordo was awesome. And the writer said even if his script doesn't get approved and they don't get attached, this is something he does know for a fact. He does know that Marvel Studios wants to build Baron Mordo to his definite end that he evolves to in the comic book. And I love hearing this. And the main reason I love hearing this is because they not only said that, then they added that they want him to be on par with Loki. They want to make a Loki character out of him. Someone who we have as much admiration, respect, love, and fear for as we do Loki. And I love this, because I thought Baron Mordo had so much depth in that. And to see his character evolve into what his character evolved into, oh, yes, I want this. I want to see a lot of Baron Mordo in the future, and I want to see him have that slow burn and all that evolution that the character of Loki had in the long run. Because, look, they did Loki better than they've done any villain save Thanos. Loki and Thanos are hands down the two best things Marvel has done when it comes to the villain side of their stories. And if they can get Baron Mordo to jump on that too, then I am all for that, because I could really see him getting raised to Loki-esque levels. Because, like I said, I loved his character. I loved the casting of Chiwetel in that character, and I just can't wait to see more of him. Now, then we get into S.H.I.E.L.D. If y'all didn't see it, I did put this on the site. Season 6 trailer for S.H.I.E.L.D. dropped. Now, Season 6 trailers for S.H.I.E.L.D., I've been more on than off when it comes to S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D's been a little rocky, but it's been more good than it has bad, and mainly because of Phil Coulson, right? That's just, Phil Coulson's the man. But Season 6, Phil Coulson's dead. If y'all didn't see the Season 5, I'm sorry I just spoiled Season 5 for you, but if you watch this trailer, you're going to know Coulson's dead. However, Coulson's dead, but then they show a character who looks remarkably like Coulson. Now, me being me, and I've seen too many movies, read too many comic books, they've got this little black hole part, everything goes kaleidoscopy at one point, and it makes me think that we're going to deal with different, what do they call them, dimensions, you know what I mean? So, I mean, this Phil Coulson is probably a Phil Coulson from another dimension or something crazy on that point. So he's not our Phil Coulson, but they did show another Phil Coulson. So even on Twitter, I said, wow, Phil Coulson's dead. Long live Phil Coulson. It's kind of funny how that worked out, but it seems like the main guts of this, with Mac taking over director of S.H.I.E.L.D., the main guts of this is going to be in space, it looks like. So, I mean, this isn't Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this is Agents of S.W.O.R.D. And, I mean, if you read the comic books, you know S.W.O.R.D., it's the space division, basically, of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're the ones that protect us from space threats. But they're not really protecting us in this one. Fitz is still floating around in space, trying to wait for the future to happen in a Cairo sleep, ice sleep, you know what I'm saying? He's asleep. So they're looking for him. They're looking for the ship he's on. They're going to try to wake him up. They want Fitz to come back and be alive, because, that's another spoiler for 5. Look, y'all really got to watch Season 5 before these commercials just ruin it for you. But Fitz is dead, too. So, but he is floating around in space because they stopped the future, and even though they stopped the future, multiple timelines, they can still grab him, blah, 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 yakety smackety. And science, tech talk, Star Trek. So, I'm really excited for Season 6, but at the same time, I'm a little apprehensive, because without Phil Coulson, I don't know if S.H.I.E.L.D. can be S.H.I.E.L.D. Because, like I said, hands down, favorite character, Phil Coulson. Only reason I kept with the show so long, Phil Coulson, because sometimes the show got a little ridiculous, and it took Phil Coulson to pull it all back together and keep it in line. So, really excited for this. I want to see it go down, and I want to see it be great because I think this show could run for a long time if they can just keep everybody interested. And preview was good. Preview wasn't great. The preview actually added more questions than anything, than it did give like a hypeness for, wow, that's going to happen. No, more so than anything, it kind of leaves you with a lot of questions, but questions are good because questions keeps you intrigued, and I'm very intrigued for what's going to happen in Season 6. And now we've got one more thing in the Nine Realms, and this one's pretty cool, y'all. If y'all have not got a chance to see Black Panther yet, and this is going to be two things in the Black Panther universe, but the first thing is the best part, because if you haven't got a chance to see Black Panther yet, for Black History Month, the first week of February, running the 1st through the 7th, AMC's 250 AMCs around the country are going to be playing this movie for free. Free tickets. Just go up and say, I want to see Black Panther, and they're going to give you a ticket to go see Black Panther in the theater. I might actually do this, even though I've seen Black Panther many, many times since it's come out. I still might go and see it just because I will never turn down a reason to see a free movie at the big screen. I have seen some crap they've handed me free tickets to, so I will definitely go see a Best Picture nominee, whether I think it should be nominated for Best Picture or not. I loved the movie, and I will definitely go to AMC for a free showing. Like I said, it is twice a day at 250 AMCs around the country, so check your AMC theater and see if you can grab some free tickets to go see Black Panther for, once again, free. Price is always right when it's free. Now, the other Black Panther news comes from another actor said stuff, so I'm going to take this as a rumor for right now. But on the red carpet for, I think it was the SAG Awards, Angela Bassett has said that everybody's returning for Black Panther Part 2. And when she said everybody, she also threw in Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger will be returning for Black Panther 2. Now, if you've seen Black Panther, you know that this is, what? How's that going to happen? So I'm in the same boat. What? How's that going to happen? Now, there's a bunch of theories already, obviously, because it's a Marvel movie, so we're going to shoot out theories left and right. But, I mean, things could reset with Endgame. There could be something happens. They're going to introduce new characters that find him. Who knows? It could just be a flashback scene. But, according to Angela Bassett, and once again, it's an actor just saying, and I couldn't tell whether she was joking, but a lot of people all of a sudden co-signed. So, apparently, Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, will somehow be in Black Panther 2. Now, for me, this is awesome, because I thought he was the best part of the movie. I was worried about Michael B. Jordan going in and thinking he was going to just shell-shock us and throw us out of it a little bit, but no. By far, Killmonger was the best part of this film, and I'm totally hyped to have him back. Even if it's just a flashback scene, I am totally hyped to have his character back in this movie because he was the best part of the film. Once again, a villain for the Marvel Universe that steals it from the hero is very few and far between. So that's how you know he pulled off something big, and I cannot wait to see him return in one form or fashion because he really made that movie for me. He pushed it over the edge of me being able to say it was a great movie because he was insanely great. Michael B. Jordan, I will never count you out again. You are a very, very talented actor, and I am glad we got to see you in this, and I am really glad you're going to return. But once again, if you haven't seen it, go check him out so you know how good he actually is, because you can see it for free. February 1st through 7th, AMC. Go check that out. That's all we've got for the Nine Realms. So we're going to roll right into Eyes on Isley. And pray tell, what is Eyes on Isley? Eyes on Isley is our eyes on everything happening at Lucasfilm and in Star Wars news and all of that good stuff that comes with it. And there's not much, so don't get too excited. This is nothing big. Favreau tweeted out for his Mandalorian show that there is a character returning from the original Star Wars, from A New Hope. All right, y'all, get excited. It is R5-D4. Who? Exactly. R5-D4. Let me review your memory, or rewind your memory to this, because this is the first pick before R2-D2 of an astromech droid by Luke's father, and he was the one with the busted motivator whose head blown up. So there you go, major character reveal for Mandalorian. But I mean, the real big thing about Mandalorian is the fact that we're going to get a cowboy movie in space, or a cowboy show in space, and I can't wait to see this. Like a Western set in space. It's going to be awesome. Neither here nor there on this robot being here, or droid. Sorry, droid. I mean, I don't know if he's going to have the giant role or something. Who knows? He may be the astromech of the show. Like, who knows? But for me, this is neither here nor there. And everyone's making this really big news about it. Honestly, the big news to me coming out of Lucasfilm, more so than this, that everyone's just kind of rolling over on, is Willow. Willow is coming to Blu-ray. There's been talks of a sequel eventually, but that's the thing out of Lucasfilm they haven't really touched yet, and no one even remembers is actually a Lucasfilm movie. But Willow's Adventures with the Great Madmartigan is coming to Blu-ray, and if you do not know what I'm talking about, be there for this. Grab this. Watch this movie. Willow is amazing, y'all. And I've watched it recently. It still holds up today, and God, I love this movie. Madmartigan, man. One of Val Kilmer's greatest roles. Just check this out. Willow is amazing and one of Lucasfilm's pride and joy for me, to tell you the honest truth. I can't wait to see this movie in Blu-ray. They're going to do a full remaster of it, and I am so excited for this. That actually overshadows the droid news for me because, I mean, Willow. Out of the way, Peck. Who doesn't love Willow? And if you don't love Willow, it's because you haven't seen Willow. Go see Willow. That is it for Eyes on Isley, though. Because, I mean, I even stretched it into some Willow news. So, Lucasfilm's just been kind of quiet as of late. We're still trying to figure out what the name of the 9th movie is going to be. So, fingers crossed we get that sooner than later, along with maybe, a teaser trailer. But that ain't coming out till this winter, so I wouldn't hold your breath on when the teaser trailer's coming. Super Bowl would be a great time, though. Super Bowl would be a great time, though. I said that twice just so if anyone's listening that's got their hands on the button for when that's going to release, just a little hint. We'd love to see it at that time. But that's it for Eyes on Isley. Rolling on into the E-Ticket. And what's the E-Ticket? Well, the E-Ticket is all the news about the Disney parks around the world, and there really hasn't been that much news coming out the Disney parks around the world this time. So I'm going to head back to the art festival sometime this weekend, though, so I'll get some pictures of some more art and stuff. Like I said, check us out on Instagram, link down below. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, link down below. And you'll be able to see some of that cool stuff that I'm going to throw out from Epcot from the Art Fest when we go see it. I'm even thinking about going live on one of those programs and just literally walking through some of the art and letting y'all see some of the amazing, totally out of this world art that is going down at the Art Festival. Not to mention they do these really cool chalk paintings. I'll try to get some really good looks at those too, because really awesome chalk art. They do some of that 3D chalk art. It's really neat. But anyway, something did happen in the realm of the E-Ticket. Something did happen at Disney World. In fact, it's actually happening at Hollywood Studios. We got our first description, really big description, for what Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is going to look like. And I wrote about this when it happened. This actually did make the site, unlike a lot of stuff that's on the show today. And honestly, y'all, I'm a little let down. I love Cars. Y'all know I love Cars and Cars 3. They have a special place in my heart. And when I first heard the first synopsis of this and how you're really going to get a feel of the Cars universe, I was getting excited because I thought it was going to be something really cool. But it looks like from the description we're going to get a theater-like environment where we get to interact with Lightning McQueen and some other friends. And honestly, y'all, it just sounds like Turtle Talk with Crush. If you don't know what Turtle Talk with Crush is, I'll give you a quick rundown. You sit with Crush from Nemo, and the kids love it, but they sit up front, and they get to talk to Crush. There's an actor behind the thing that speaks in real time, so he answers their questions in real time. He'll call them by their names and this and that. And honestly, it's going to be the same thing with Lightning McQueen from what I'm getting out of the description. So, a little let down for me because I thought we were really going to get a really new attraction, and I can't stand old hat attractions right next to each other. Just don't give me a carbon copy of something else with a new paint job on it, and that's really what this sounds like. So I was a little let down by this edition, but who knows? I could go to it. It could wind up being like the Monsters, Inc. Laugh Studio, and it could be one of the greatest things I've ever seen. So I don't know. We won't know till it happens. I think it's happening sometime this spring, summer. So I'll check it out. I'll let y'all know after I see it if it's actually worth all the hype or if it just winds up being another Turtle Talk with Crush. Hoping it's not just another Turtle Talk with Crush. But that's really it for the e-ticket. Like I said, short show, or at least even if it's not short, it's just not much to go over today. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love your questions. Go ahead and hit us up at the email address, which is Snipes-n-Snarfblatts@gmail.com. Write that down. Check us out. Write some questions. I'm going to go live from the park a couple times on my day off. So if you've got certain parts of the park you want to see, whether it be Pandora or Toy Story Land, you just want to walk around and see the details. Obviously, I can't take my gimbal on rides without fear of losing my phone, and I don't want to owe that much to AT&T. But I will definitely check out any parts of the park you want to check out. You want to see any updates of stuff going on, write us, drop me a line, let me know what you want to do, let me know what you want to see, and I'll make sure that's part of when I go live or when I do a video of the parks. I'll make sure to throw some of that in there so you can actually see it. And those will be special separate videos from the show, unless I have little clips that I just want to add in to save some time. But like I said, that's really it for the show today. Go down in the links, check out the website, check out Twitter, check out Facebook, check out Instagram. Like I said, Instagram's always got some of the really cool details about the park that's going on. It's right in my backyard. I'm there all the time. I try to take some beautiful pictures, and I try to keep everybody on their toes with what's going on and how the food tastes and stuff like that. So like I said, check it out. It's all in the links, Pinterest, Instagram, all of that. Sign up, subscribe, hit the little bell so you know what's going on, but more so, follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you can really keep up to date with this stuff when it hits. And like I said, that's it for the show. So I'm going to sign off with a quote, and I'd love to see if y'all can tell me where this comes from in the comments. I'm not even going to say who said it this time. It's a great quote, but the hardest chores require the strongest wills.